Hey, how's it going, plant-based runner? Coach Kyle here. And I want to talk about what I've learned over the last year or two through ordering my groceries online. And initially, I had a client of mine really share that she was enjoying it. So I'm like, okay, this sounds cool. Let me check it out. So how it works is, I add things to my cart, to my shopping list just throughout the week whenever I need it, whenever I realize I need it. Or what I do is I take a lot of recipes from Purple Carrot, and I will basically just go through the recipe list, add it to my shopping cart in the Family Fare online shopping website. And initial reasons why I decided to try online shopping was basically to save money and to save time. So I bought the subscription, a year subscription for $50. So if I were to use the pickup service once a week, it's like $1 a week. Not bad. It's pretty cheap, especially if it ends up saving me money and time. How does it save me money? Well, two ways. First, I'm not in the store and I can't just add stuff to the cart willy-nilly. And number two is that in this shopping cart, this is a cool feature. You can sort by cost per weight. So like with oatmeal, for example, if you have 5 different options of oatmeal, this one is the cheapest per ounce. That's a easy way to save some cash. So that was really the main reason why I wanted to try this. Also, it kind of just, I'm not sure if I enjoy going into the grocery store. Not on a Sunday afternoon, at least. But what I learned over the last couple of years is that I'm not sure if it saves time, and it might even add hassle to the shopping experience. And there are a few things that I realized. And number one is that having high schoolers pick my produce is not ideal. I actually ended up eventually just not ordering produce from the online shopper because they just don't. High schoolers don't know what avocados I want or bananas, and sometimes they don't have the ones I want, and sometimes I wouldn't buy any of these avocados and I get 2 rock hard ones. So produce is less than optimal when somebody else purchases it, especially probably somebody that maybe doesn't eat a lot of produce. So do I want them picking mine? Second is that, and this is frustrating, it's more wasteful, because when I go into the store, I bring my own bags 99% of the time, unless I forget them, which rarely happens. But even with online shopping, I request they don't use plastic, and they're still giving it to me in paper. So it's still using something up. And that's a little frustrating. And the nice thing is they do take them back, and they say they reuse them. So, there's that anyway. But I switched to a different, I got a coupon code to try a different online shopper, local one. I was using Family Fare. I tried Safeway. They completely disregarded my request to not use plastic, and I got a shitload of plastic. And we're gonna put we'll use them as banjo poop bags. But that was incredibly disappointing. Also is that I'm not sure it actually saves me time, because I still have to spend probably a half hour. If I have 3 recipes plus my general shopping list that I added to throughout the week, taking items from those, putting them, searching for it, selecting the one I want, I don't think it actually saves me any time, especially because I still have to drive to the grocery store, sit there for 3 to 10 minutes, usually 3 to 5. It's not a bad wait for them to bring the cart out. So I don't know if it actually saves me that much time, especially because the 2 stores, the one that I've habitually used doesn't have as many items as the larger store that only recently got online shopping. So I would pretty much, it's frustrating, and I'm glad I figured this out. I wish it wouldn't have taken so long, but I would go, so I would place my order, let's say I have it scheduled to pick up at 2 p.m. At 1:30, I would go to the other grocery store and buy everything that I couldn't get online from the online shopper. And then I would drive over to across the street, to the store that I ordered my groceries from, sit there for 5 minutes, get the stuff, and then go home. So, I don't know. Probably not saving me any time. Last time I shopped, I tested tested Safeway for the first time. You know, they didn't give me any paper bags. It was a ton of plastic. And it's tricky when you order an item online and they don't have it. Sometimes the family fair would text me, which was nice. They'd text me and say, hey, we don't have these cashews. Will these work? And it's like, yeah, fine, that's great, thanks. The Safeway just didn't give me any items. And so I realized as I was shutting the trunk after having them bring it out, and I realized there was no toilet paper in there. And then I checked and there was 3 or 4 items they didn't give me. And so I had to go into the store and buy these 3 or 4 items that I didn't get that I ordered, that they didn't have the exact one that I ordered, so they didn't give me a replacement. So that's what I learned over the last year or two of online grocery shopping. Will I continue to do it? Nope. You know, it's not expensive, but it's not saving me time. It's not saving me money. And it ends up being frustrating. Whereas, yeah, it's the only real reason I don't like actually shopping in person is if I go at the wrong time, it's just busy. But if I go, you know, I'm an online running coach, I have my own schedule, so I can go during the day. If I do that, it's fine. I get everything at one place most of the time, and then I'm done. If I had like 3 children and I didn't want to have to take them into the store, I would probably continue on. I can see where the online shopping is nice because you can just park and wait for your stuff. So I mean, if you end up saving the same amount of if you end up spending the same amount of time overall, but you don't have to take your 3 kids into the grocery store with you, that sounds like a win. So I can see where it's nice in cases like that. Or they have delivery now, so they've upgraded from just picking up to now you can have a delivery service. And again, I would experience a lot of the same problems, so I'm not going to do that. But if I had mobility issues or for some reason, that would be a good scenario. But yeah, for me, online grocery shopping, definitely not worth it. And you know, it took me about 1.5 years to realize that it's not working. And you know, now I just go into the store, use my own bags, get exactly what I want, and I'm good to go. So that's what I learned. I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences on online grocery shopping below. Amazon, when we were in Seattle, you know, we saw a lot of people at Whole Foods and, you know, doing the Amazon online grocery shopping. So I'm sure other people have been doing this and it's working for other people, but just not working for me at Family Fair and Safeway in Rapid City, South Dakota. So drop your thoughts, comments below. Always interested to hear those. And as always, you keep running, I'll keep coaching.